Hey there guys, this is Indium here, welcoming you back to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon with the Rescue Team. Okay, so in the last episode we kind of came a little bit unstuck in Purity Forest, so I had to abandon that, and I did say that maybe in the future I might come back and do Purity Forest again as like a bonus episode and just finish off the whole dungeon. But that won't happen for a long time from now, so... But after we did finish Purity Forest, we lost a lot of items, but I did manage to regain some items from the storage that I had kept in there from the last dungeon we did previously before entering Purity Forest. I think it was Pitfall Valley, and I stored all these items in here because when you go into Purity Forest, if you die, you lose all your items. I think it's one of those kind of dungeons, so as you could see, we lost quite a lot of items from completing Purity Forest. We only had like several big apples left and like 2 max elixirs left over, I think. We didn't have much anyway, but we got plenty of max elixirs, plenty of huge apples, plenty of reviver seeds. So I'd say we're ready to do the next dungeon. So the next dungeon in our list is the Silver Trench, and how you unlock Silver Trench, from what I've read on Bulbapedia, is that you have to speak to Alakazam here. I have heard of a weather anomaly afflicting a certain sea. They say a whirlpool stretches from the sea to sky in a colossal tornado. It is said to be near the legendary island Friend area. It hasn't caused any damage so far as I know, but it doesn't concern me. The legendary island belongs to your team. Will you travel to the legendary island and observe what is taking place? Yeah. Ah, good, you accept the job. I hope for the best from you. So now you just gotta go to the legendary Friendal area, which is where Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno reside. So we shall go ahead and visit them, and a cutscene should happen. I don't actually remember this taking place, this cutscene, but... Oh, they're taking off. Obviously something's going on here. Okay, they're not flying away, they're having a meeting. Oh, they're arguing, are they? Or... Oh no, they've formed something. It's a stone by the looks of things. Fire, ice, and electricity. When the three powers merge as one, the Guardian of the Sea is said to arise. Our arrival at the legendary island, the three of us caused the Sea Guardian to awaken. It is what caused whirlpools to grow into tornadoes. I have here the Vortex Stone. Bearing it, you will gain passage through the sea's tornadoes. It will lead you to a place called the Silver Trench. There you will find the Guardian of the Sea. Now go, the Guardian of the Sea awaits you. So this is basically based off the whole Pokemon 2000 concept, yeah, like that whole saga, the movie and that. And gained access to Silver Trench. So I don't think this is an item that you can lose in the dungeon. It's not like the Wish Stone or anything like that. It's an item that you actually keep a hold of you. It's a quest item, basically. It just gains you access to meet up with Lugia. That's basically the whole reason why we got the Vortex Stone. But to gain entry into Silver Trench, you need the HM Dive. So we're going to have to deposit something, because I just remembered that you need Dive to get into it. So we have quite a lot of huge apples. So I'm going to probably sacrifice one of these just to get Dive into it. So we should have Dive somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I think you can either use Dive or Surf to get in there. I think you can use both HMs to get into this dungeon. And then once you've done Silver Trench, another dungeon opens up, which is Meteor Cave, and and that is the last main dungeon in the game. You gotta be kidding me! You need a water type. Did that just say you need a water type? I didn't mean to go in. Oh crap! I went into Tiny Woods by accident. Whoopsie. Alright, sorry about that. That was my fault. I accidentally clicked Tiny Woods instead of Silver Trench. But apparently, we need a water type Pokemon to gain access to the dungeon. And the only decent water type Pokemon that I can think of off the top of my head that we actually have on our team is Kyogre. So we'll go and get Kyogre out of his friend area and bring him along with us, I guess. If we need a water type Pokemon, we might as well bring a legendary. But this Pokemon Lugia can be recruited on the first time, so it doesn't matter if Kyogre manages to kill Lugia, because it's one of them Pokemon that once you've beaten it, you recruit it. You don't actually have to buy a friend area for it or anything. Okay, we've been bombarded as soon as we enter the dungeon by a monster house. Like, that's always fun, isn't it? Alright, so let's just use Thunderbolt to get our way through this. But yeah, considering we're an electric type, this dungeon will be an absolute cakewalk. I think the highest level Pokemon you can get in here are like level 30, maybe level 40. I don't know. They're not that powerful anyway. I don't think any Pokemon in here exceeds the level of Lugia, and I think Lugia is like level 46 maybe. So I know they don't go any higher than level 40. I don't know why Kyogre is so under-leveled. He's only level 25. Oh, that's kind of crazy. Nope, I don't want Quillfish to join me. But as long as Kyogre survives, we should be okay. I just don't want him to consume more of my Reviver Seeds, but we have no choice. We have to bring Kyogre with us. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to get into here. But considering Kyogre's a legendary Pokemon, and he's actually quite a powerful legendary, getting through here with Kyogre shouldn't be too bad. And we have an electric type Pokemon on our team anyway to help us get through things, so... And we've got plenty of max elixirs and all that stuff, but the only other downside to this dungeon is that they have traps in them. So, yeah, this is another dungeon with traps, unfortunately. I don't think Meteor Cave actually has traps in them, and it's one of the only dungeons in the after game that actually doesn't have traps, I think. Because why would you have traps in a dungeon where there's only one Pokemon in it, and it's the legendary Deoxys? Like, you don't fight any other Pokemon in that dungeon apart from Deoxys. But you'll see when we get there, once we're done this dungeon. So as always, we will do 20 floors per episode, and we'll make a save state at every 10 floors. If things start getting a little bit too tight, which I don't think they will, but just on the off chance that they do, I will start making save states more frequently if that's the case, but like I say, I highly doubt it, considering the Pokemon in here are mostly super effective to Raichu. I've looked at the whole set list of the Pokemon that actually appear in the dungeon, and they are all water types. Alright, okay, Kyogre's gotten caught up into a fight with a Wingull. That'd be kind of funny if Kyogre got killed by a Wingull. But yeah, I won't be doing Buried Relic either. I won't be doing Wish Cave or Joyous Tower, which are like the only mega dungeons in the game that are left for me to do after this one. Yeah, Buried Relic, Joyous Tower, Wish Cave, and Purity Forest. I think this is the first... Oh no, it's not. Western Cave was the first 99 floor dungeon we actually went through and completed in this Let's Play to get Mewtwo. But in Buried Relic, you get 4 legendaries. You get Regirock, Regice, Registeel, and you get Mew. But Mew is probably the hardest Pokemon in the game to get. a lot harder to get than Celebi only because that Mew has a very low chance of appearing, and the only way you can get Mew is by having a music box. I probably mentioned this before somewhere along the line, but if you guys have only just started watching this Let's Play from this video and onwards, um, that's like the whole summary of how you get Mew, but I've never managed to get Mew, not even on my Game Boy playthrough, because I kind of just gave up after doing all those mega dungeons. I didn't do Wish Cave either. I managed to do Purity Forest, and that was bad enough. You know, I really struggled trying to get through there. Like, I had to spend nearly all day, one day, trying to do it, because I think I went through there like 5 times and failed, and then like on the 6th try I managed to do it. But I got so fed up with it that one day I just said, alright, you know what, I'm gonna buckle down and I'm gonna do this crap. Because I really desperately want to say that I got Celebi on my team and that I could use him. And I did. The sad thing is I didn't get Jirachi, well, Jirachi was really the only main legendary left that I really wanted to get. I wasn't so bothered about Mew because, you know, Mew's been around for a long time, and Mew's been one of those kind of Pokemon that have always been really hard to get, even in the original Pokemon games. But, well, even Jirachi's actually near enough impossible to get on Pokemon Emerald, because you had to go to this Nintendo event back in whenever the game was released or whatever. They had like this event where you had to go, and I don't know how the whole thing works, but I had this guide of all the Pokemon from the 1st gen up to the 3rd gen, and it told you how you got them and where you could find them, how rare they are, and how common they are. It was actually quite a good guide. Had a lot of information, useful information, and it said something about an event that you had to get Mew in an event, and you had to get Celebi in an event, and Jirachi in an event, and Deoxys in an event. But there are actual videos on YouTube of like ROM hacks, I think, of people like demonstrating how it would work at the event by using a ROM hack. Hang on a second, I'm gonna make a save state. Yeah, that's the whole like scenario of getting Deoxys, Mew, and Celebi in the original games. But I think Mew was actually originally intended to be placed in the in Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Red, but they cut him out, I think, and instead they just put Mewtwo in there. But I don't think there is actually a legit way of getting Mew in any Pokemon game. I think there has to be some way, but it's like really complicated. I think there's a way of getting Mew from breeding Pokemon, but even that's complicated as well. I think you might need a male Mewtwo and a female Mewtwo, because if I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong about this. I don't know. Oh my god, what the hell's happening here? We're in a giant room right now, and there's a whole load of Pokemon in here, so I'm gonna try and scrape my way through this, I guess, without dying a horrible death. Well, I don't want Kyogre to suffer here, but as I was saying, I think when you play Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue, in Pokemon Red, I think he might be a male or a female, and then in Pokemon Blue, he might be male or a female. They're like different genders in each version. I think it goes for every legendary, actually. I'm not sure though. And it's been a while since I've last played Pokemon Red or Blue, even Leaf Green, to be honest with you. Well, I think Kyogre is going to bite the dust here. Got a bad feeling about it. Well, I'm going to use a Max Elixir here because I am running low on PP. And I need to make sure I have plenty of that. Well, you're going to get Max Elixirs as you go through the dungeon anyway. Kyogre, please don't die on me. I don't want to waste a max elixir revive seed, should I say, this early on in the dungeon. Thank you for being smart and actually using the Oran berry that I gave you. Or that you picked up. Not that I gave you, but that saves me some trouble of, Alright, can I just move down here for a minute? Kyogre, use a decent move. See, this is why I didn't want to bring any water types in here. The exact reason why. Because I don't have any decent water types. That's the thing. Got decent everything else, you know. Well, actually, no, I don't have decent everything else. I don't have a decent fire type that I can think of at all. Yeah, this is going to be a struggle. See, we got the number of the devil. We got 666, so that can't be good. Alright, let's avoid that. Pick up some money here. Well, only 34 poker dollars. Was that really worth it? But yeah, that's one reviver seed down already. Just because, well, there's going to be plenty more of them rooms actually coming up later on in the dungeon, so Jesus Christ. God help me. Yeah, it's going to get a lot worse from here on out. Why are you picking on him? Just because he's a lower level? Like, seriously? Like, we haven't even made it to 420 yet, and I'm almost about to run out of PP for Thundershock and all that. Yeah. Well, this is not turning out to be a good run so far. Considering I don't have much max elixirs, I mean, it all depends how lucky we get with these staircases. We're not getting so lucky on the monster houses at the moment. Jesus Christ. I mean, we started off in a monster house. I mean, that shows something, right? Well, thought 419. Now we just got one more and then we're done. Well, for this episode. Okay, guys. We're off to a bit of a rocky start at the moment of the Silver Trench, but hopefully things will brighten up in the next episode. So, in the next episode, let's play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team. We shall make it to 440 of Silver Trench and progress on a little further. So until then, this is NDM saying thanks for watching. Take care, everybody. See you in the next video, and goodbye.